What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by Autobahn. My name is Max, and today we are taking a look at this Jeroen's SKODA with a 2.5 liter 5-cylinder engine swap from an RS3. We've been talking with Jeroen for, I don't know, 2 years about filming his car, and the day has finally come. I've been looking forward to this literally for like 2 years because I love this thing. I love builds like this. It's just done so well, and I think the fit of the 2.5 5-cylinder turbocharged engine in this SKODA Superb is just a match made in heaven. It works so well. I hope that it would, and it has not disappointed. So today I'm going to show you around it. We'll take a look at like the main things on the build, and then we'll take it for a drive towards the Autobahn for an Autobahn blast. Now, Jeroen bought this car as a white SKODA Superb with a 2 liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine, and he actually tuned that to like 400 horsepower, and he came at a crossroads, like, what am I going to do? Am I going to go further with this, or am I going to do something else, or am I going to buy something else, build something else, or build this? And then he thought, well, why not put a 5-cylinder in there? And apparently these engines are very hard to get, especially like this, because this is a DNWA 2.5 liter 5-cylinder, so the most recent version of the RS3's engine, and they're very hard to come by. This engine came from a crashed RS3, and the company that took the engine out knew that Jeroen was going to swap it, so he got everything with it, and he could just transplant everything into this car, basically stock, so that he could also get the engine on the license, so on the registration. So this car is now actually registered as a 2.5 liter SKODA Superb, which is amazing. That's a very, very cool detail, I think. It is Sonoma green. It's actually painted. Apparently there's a very nice gold flake in there as well, but as you can see, it's just all gray today. And Sonoma green, of course, is an Audi color, very cool color. You see it on RS4s and RS5s a lot. I absolutely love it. Also love these extra holes. Normally this is covered by the license plate, as you can see, but we took it off for some extra cooling, which is needed at high speeds. Nice little spoiler lip there. Cool looking headlights as well. I think it's a very handsome car in general. I've always loved the SKODA Superb, especially like the VR6 one, the 3.6 liter. You don't see them ever in the Netherlands, but it's a super cool car if you ask me. I love the look of this. I think the color match is really good as well. We've got Motec wheels, 19-inch with around that Hankook Ventus S1 Evo 3 tires, 2 45s at the front, and then behind that we've got a big brake kit from a Porsche Panamera, front and rear, which is nice. We've got KW DDC, so like with the dynamic damper control. It sits nice and low. You can follow Jeroen on Instagram at superb_VRS3. Go check him out and give him some love, because apparently he gets some hate as well on Instagram, because people say, well, it's still a SKODA. I mean, you really don't understand what like tuning cars and building cars is all about if you don't get how cool this car is, honestly. It's got a custom exhaust by BS Precision Welding, and we've got a massive boot, of course. Super practical car. Look at that. That is like properly big. And then we've got a methanol tank right there. Torque bite, boost cooler, extreme environment, 300 psi water methanol pump. Very cool. So that of course is to cool everything down. And then we'll take a look at the engine itself, because the way this engine fits in this car is like, it was made for it. It's a shame they never built it like this. So there it is, 2.5 liter 5-cylinder from an RS3 with some more BS Precision welding porn there. That looks super cool. So the downpipe is custom as well by BS Precision Welding. And then we've got a Xona rotor turbo on it. We've got a catch can, a PCV delete, upgrade connecting rods as well. It's got a screamer pipe underneath as well, and a multi-map tune by tuning service Huizen, which we know very well, with fail-safe as well. So if anything goes wrong, like if the thing suspects that something is not right, it limits the power immediately to prevent you from breaking anything. So that is really nice, and it also means that you can map switch, of course. So we're in 720 horsepower map right now, 830 newton meters of torque, which is proper. That's proper power, and it just works so well. I mean, the engine and stuff, everything, it's beautifully done. It's been done by MP Car Works, if I'm not mistaken. They have built this, or they have, like, they did the engine swap, and they've done a great job. And well, everyone that has been working on this car has been doing a great job, I think, because it drives really, really well. So let's hop in and go. Look at that. Look at this. This is my, like, seating position. That is so spacious. Maybe I need a Superb. Honestly. I also quite like the interior. I think, you know, everything is here. We've got nice seats as well with Alcantara. Integrated headrests. We've got green seat belts that Jeroen has done. You've got a nice little system here with a screen and CarPlay and stuff like that. Very, very nice. It's quite a nice car. We've got an RS3 gear shifter here, or gear lever. It's the DQ500 gearbox, so an RS3 gearbox basically. So let's start it up. Needed to let the ignition go for a while. Not long enough apparently. There we go. So it's got quite a big fuel pump, and apparently it needs some time to get going. We've got a couple of sheep here. Horny McHorseface is over there as well with the big horns. So I'm going to leave the valves closed and not disturb those cuties too much. But we've got a remote for the exhaust, so I'll open it later on. But I also wanted to show you what this car is like to drive in comfort mode, gearbox in drive, just everything like normal mode. This is Jeroen's daily, so he said, like, you know, with the valves closed, it's perfectly fine. So I also wanted to experience that and show you guys that you can actually drive this car like a normal Superb. Of course, you hear the 5-cylinder. I can also smell a bit of petrol, which is great. But even if you give it some more, that's just amazing, right? Super, super quiet. Oh, guys, this is... I mean, I know it's just February, but already I think this is one of the coolest cars we're doing this year. It's so cool, and they've done such a great job. So, okay, enough with normal driving. We're going for sport mode. Yep. Valves open. There we go. Traction control off. And now we're in like beast mode. Manual mode. And oh. So the thing just comes to life. Oh, it's amazing. Listen to that. Oh, it's very loud. Oh, it's very, very loud. So we have that screamer pipe. Oh. And it sounds amazing. They've done such a great job, and that's mainly because it's like decad downpipe, and then we've got a little silencer in the middle here. So you've got that screamer pipe and a custom exhaust and stuff, but because you still have that little center silencer, it's not annoying, it's not like resonating, it's not droning, it's it just sounds really, really good. It sounds deep. And you don't have that like tin canny sound you sometimes get with a DCAT 5-cylinder or this engine. So yeah, amazing job, amazing job. Really, really love the sound. It's so deep and bassy and powerful. And just the sound of it with that turbo flutter, and you can hear it building boost. It sounds and feels so powerful. 720 horsepower in a Superb. So cool. Handling wise, of course you have a much longer wheelbase than an RS3, so it just drives a lot better as well. It's much more like solid and planted. It weighs around 1800 kilos, 1850 I think. Yeah. Not too heavy for such a big car, I would say. You can also do a launch control, so that means sport for the gearbox, full throttle. Bit too much wheel spin there, and it just says nope. I mean, it's got all-wheel drive, right? And it just spins all four wheels. It's also quite cold and a bit like it's a bit damp. So I've got a digital speedo over there, a GPS speedo, because the one on the car only goes to 260, and it will go quite a bit faster, of course. So we're just going to hit the Autobahn. Oh, this is not bad. Look at that. It just sticks. This is not working. Why is that not working? Okay, it's working now. Full throttle. That is quick. Okay, so there is quite a big delay on the speedo there. Of course, that's why we normally use draggy, because you have like a much faster refresh rate. This is like once every second. Draggy is 10 times every second. But anyway, we'll just use this one. So I have to say, the suspension is really, really nice. It's solid. It's still comfortable, but you have some feel like through the seat. Really, really good. So Martijn is on the bridge to film this flyby, but unfortunately it is a bit too busy right now. So the gearbox apparently sometimes feels like it has a bit too, like the pressure is a bit too low, and it just doesn't upshift, and it just hits the rev limiter, but it's not really an issue. Why not just go in manual mode and I'll just shift myself? It's better that way. Maybe shift just before the red line, which is at like 7600 RPM. guys, what are you doing? This is not really that safe. Oh, jeez Louise, that thing picks up. So we also tested 100 to 200 of course, and we did like 5.8, which is crazy fast. So since that thing is very delayed, we're doing much more than this actually. That was 315 GPS. Holy moly. Oh, Jeroen, you've built an absolute monster. What a cool car. And it sounds so good. It's deep, it's bassy. Outrageous. Wow. So let's just do a quick oil temperature check. 105. Okay, so that's not bad. I'm going to end it here. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. You can subscribe by clicking the big button in the middle. You can also check out this video on the right or this playlist on the left. See you at the next one. Bye.